A classic and always high anticipated baseball game between two bitter rivals as the 14-0 Thomas Drugstore gets set to square off against 11-2 Meyersdale Sheetz. Hello everyone, we welcome all of you back here to the YouTube channel once again as tonight we bring you doubleheader action here in beautiful Salisbury, PA. My name is Luke Bowers, and for game one of the split doubleheader tonight, Thomas Drugstore will play as the visitors and will look to stay red hot coming into this game with a perfect record on the season at 14-0. Now to get to this point for Thomas Drugstore, it has been a whole team effort, but players like Ian Thomas has proved to have been the golden ace for Thomas Drugstore and will get the start here in game one tonight. Meanwhile, at the plate, powerhouse hitter Spencer Whitfield continues to keep his bat hot on the season, having 9 home runs thus far, and will look to tally his 10th here this evening. Meanwhile, for Meyersdale Sheetz, they are looking to hand Thomas Drugstore their first loss of the season and move up in the standings here in their final 2 games of the season. But in order to do so, they will look to keep their high-powered offense going with players like Hunter Weber and Cole Yoder leading the charge. Now, on the rubber for the home team tonight will be Matthew Hainsworth, who has led Sheetz this season on the mound and stepped into the leading role as the ace of this 11-2 team. Both sides here tonight are well rested, having both not played in over a week, so we're guaranteed to have a good battle between these two top dogs at Meyersdale. So stay with us, everyone, as we will take a quick break before presenting you the starting lineups and my keys to the game before this battle between Thomas Drugstore and Meyersdale Sheetz. So we welcome all of you back here to Salisbury. Let's dive in and take a look at my threes to the game for both teams. First off, for Meyersdale Sheetz, I chose take one pitch at a time. Meyersdale needs to fight hard tonight, but at the same time, they don't want to go overboard and get ahead of themselves. So they need to just focus and take one pitch at a time. My next key for the home team is get the sticks hot early. As we talked about earlier, Sheetz cannot hold back tonight at the plate and will need to try and put the ball in play as much as possible. Now the final key is defense limits the offense. Doing the right things and making smart plays defensively tonight will go a long way for Meyersdale. It will help limit the offense of Thomas Drugstore. Now my initial key for Thomas Drugstore, same strategy. Thomas Drugstore's game plan has worked well for them all season long, so they need to stick to that same style of play while also making judgments if needed throughout the game. Now my next key is work the order. Everyone today for Thomas Drugstore needs to do their job at the plate and help create offensive production, which will eventually, in return, lead to runs. Now the final key of the day for the visitors is take care of the baseball. Over the past few games, Meyersdale has had a few errors when it comes to controlling the baseball, which in turn has led to runs for their opponents. Now luckily for them, it didn't have much an effect in the long run, but they definitely don't want to take their chances here tonight against Sheetz, as the little things are going to make the biggest difference in this one. Those are my three keys of the game for both teams, as we'll now switch it over and take a look here at the starting lineups. First here for the visiting Thomas Drugstore, just a reminder that we'll play 6 innings here today, so 2 6-inning games. As game 1, Meyersdale Sheetz will be the home team, and this is how they'll be lined up on the field. Matthew Hainsworth will be on the mound, then Short will be behind the plate. Down the first base line will be Hunter Weber. Signs over at second base. Then Yoder, wearing number 9, will be playing the shortstop position. Over at the third base bag will be Collins, number 5. Left field will be Cooper Porter. And center field will be Nick Campbell, wearing number 1. And in right field will be Richie, dressed in number 44. Meanwhile, from the other side, for Thomas Drugstore, this is how they'll come up to the plate here this evening in game 1 of the doubleheader. Still that traditional order that we've seen throughout the year, and they stick with it here today, as Gavin Steinberg, center fielder, will get things going as the leadoff batter for Thomas Drugstore. Then Carter Vaught, the shortstop, will be in the number 2 spot. Then Spencer Whitfield, the catcher, will be batting third, wearing number 3. Aiden Thomas in the cleanup position, the pitcher, wearing number 12. Then Shuck, the third baseman, wearing number 45. Lee Bowers in the 6th spot, the first baseman. Then over at second base tonight will be Hunter Brewer, batting 7th. Then Chris DePasquale, number 61, the left fielder. And then finally, wrapping things up in the order for Thomas Drugstore, will be the right fielder, Jace Anderson. Those are the lineups here from Salisbury, as we'll step aside one final time before presenting you first pitch, as we sit right at 6 p.m. here at Salisbury Oriole Field. back here in Salisbury, we'd like to send a thank you to Sheetz for sponsoring the Meyersdale Little League Baseball. Sheetz in Meyersdale. You can find them on Center Street at Meyersdale, PA 1552. And Sheetz is open 24 hours. Sheetz, run and dine. We also like to thank our other sponsor, Thomas Drug Store. They're open weekly, Monday through Friday, 8 to 8, Saturday, 9 to 3:30, and even Sunday, 11 to 1. 327 Main Street, Meyersdale, PA 1552 is their address. Make sure you stop in and get all your needs at Thomas Drug Store. As we bring it back over here to Salisbury, the backstop is off of the field, and now it's just a matter, again, the players ready as Thomas Drug Store comes set out there to go. It appears, though, as maybe Thomas Drug Store, as I'm looking down there on the bench right now, that maybe they'll be the home team, so I could be mistaken there, as I was pretty sure that they were supposed to be the away team, but maybe things have changed up since then, so we will have to wait and see. But obviously a pivotal game here tonight in Salisbury, as right now Meyersdale Thomas Drug Store is 14-0 on the year. So we take a look here at the standings. But a big factor is going to be this one. If Meyersdale Thomas Drug Store can win one of these two games, that's all they need. They'll have their ticket punched and will be guaranteed the number one spot in the playoffs. Now, if you flip the card, Meyersdale Sheetz is trying to win both here tonight. And if so, it makes things a little more complicated in the standings. As right now, though, the top four teams, Thomas Drug Store, Sheetz, Commonwealth Township, and North Star Stoystown, has all clinched their spot in the playoffs. It's just a matter now of who's going to be seeded and who they're going to play as the top four will be going to the playoffs. Those games will be Monday. Just a reminder, the number one seed will play number 4, and the number 2 will play number 3. But still a few more days left of baseball, and maybe some of the biggest games we'll see all season, as all these teams throughout the league are trying to give it their last hurrah. And obviously, one of the big games here tonight is the one here in Salisbury. And luckily for all of you watchers, we usually don't get one game to watch. We're giving you 2 for the price of 1 here tonight. As Thomas Drug Store takes the team out on the field, as it does appear that they are going to be the home team here today. So maybe you flip the card and they'll be the away team there for game number 2. As the originally scheduled game was supposed to be tomorrow. Back a few weeks ago, right at only game number 2 for Thomas Drug Store, right at the beginning of the season, they were supposed to play Meyersdale Sheetz, but that game unfortunately got rained out. So they were trying to reschedule it, and they just decided to push both of them up a day to Thursday, and why not just make them 2 and play here at the beautiful Salisbury field. Always a special one here to play at Salisbury. And now game 2 will be played under the lights. Obviously, getting a little, stays darker out much longer this summer, so staying about light out till 9, but they'll get those lights on most definitely for game number 2. For game number 1, we're just going to use the natural sunlight here in Salisbury. Gorgeous day it's been. Nice weather and perfect day for some baseball. As Thomas finishes warming up on the mound, we'll take a look at how Thomas Drug Store will be positioned on the field here today. Spencer Whitfield will be behind the plate doing the catching job for Thomas Drug Store. Then Aiden Thomas on the rubber. Then over down the first base line will be Lee Bowers, number 42 at second base. Hunter Boer wearing double 8. Then over at shortstop is Carter Vaught. Third baseman will be Colton Shuck. Then in left field is Chris DePasquale, number 61. The center fielder, Gavin Steinberg, number 22. And in right field will be Jace Anderson, I believe, wearing number 77. As Matthew Hamworth makes the way out to the batter's box here for Meyersdale Sheetz, and he's going to try to get the offense rolling here today. And his first at bat, and he'll get his first looks at Aiden Thomas. Meyersdale Sheetz in their red uniforms, black pants, white numbers on the back, and Sheetz written in the front in the white. Meanwhile, Meyersdale Thomas Drug Store has all the colors going on: white pants, red jersey, red hat, it's a black undershirt, and the black font on the front and the numbering. Ball's taken on the first pitch to Hainsworth, and we're off here in Salisbury. Matthew Hainsworth, talked about a little earlier in the pregame show, has been really the ace this year on the mound for Meyersdale Sheetz, and he'll come ready in the box now, trying to help out his day at the plate as well. They always say, give yourself a favor at the plate if you're the pitcher. Always help out your own cause. And Hainsworth is on the ball now as he has a 1-1 count after the foul ball. Choking up on the barrel there as Thomas stares down his battery mate and Whitfield. He'll come set from the stretch. Here's the gun. And that one's a called strike there. A nice pitch that glissed the outside corner. And now Hainsworth will have to work as he falls behind in the count with a 1-2 count on him. Thomas trying to get him here. He'll come set. Here's the whip from the mound. That one fouled back, though, by Hainsworth, so the count will stay a ball and 2 strikes. Hainsworth battling there in the box, and one thing that's going to be crucial here today is the pitching for both sides. Got to play 12 innings, so the less pitches if you're Thomas, the better, but Hainsworth trying to do the opposite. He stands in with the 1-2. Here's the pitch. That one popped up underneath of his Steinberg, and he'll snatch that one in. A can of corn catch for the first out of the ball game. Steinberg with a nice catch there, coming in right on the end of the grass, and that's the first out here in this one. So with 1 out, the batter, Cole Yoder, shortstop today, will settle in right side of the box. A little bit of a bounce to his step there as he comes in. Yoder has some power on his bat, and sure enough, he breaks one into center field. He'll round first base, and that'll be the first hit of the day for Meyersdale Sheetz as Yoder knocks one into center field, and he'll pick up a 1-pitch, 1-hit single, and bring up the batter Richie to the plate. Richie, the right fielder today. Here for Sheetz, it's the away team. One thing kind of separates the jerseys here is the black you see. Sheetz has the black pants while Thomas Drugstore wearing the white. Now on our scoreboard, Thomas Drugstore is in the black font there while Meyersdale Sheetz is in the red. As the first pitch, called strike. Richie, watch that one go by for the first pitch. As Whitfield makes sure that Yoder doesn't get too much of a jump there over there at first base. Has some wheels on him, so want to make sure you don't let him get too much of a lead there. Swing and miss, strike 2 pitch. So Whitfield comes out with the ball, and over to cover the first base bag is Lee Bowers, but no throwdown, so Yoder will remain at first base. And on the other side, though, Richie, the batting third in today's order, will now have to try to work out of this 0-2 jam from the box. Meanwhile, Thomas will try to get him here. Nothing in 2 count. We'll see what Thomas does. As he comes ready to pitch. Fastball misses outside off the second is Yoder, and he'll round second as Yoder picks up the base there at second base on the wild pitch. And with a 1-2 count, Richie still has to protect here, as can't let one more strike go by. He'll be out, so he's got a man's in scoring position though with Yoder. Up straight away center at second base, but Richie gets caught swinging on the fastball from Thomas, and that's out number 2. Here for Thomas Drugstore, that's something big you really are wanting to see if you're head coach Vaught of Thomas Drugstore, is Thomas getting those crucial strikeouts and limiting as many base runners and offensive hits as possible there to Meyersdale Sheetz. As the batter Hunter Weber comes set inside the box. Where's the maroon helmet? As he comes ready, a swing and a miss, strike 1 on Weber. Weber has a bunch of power in that bat. If he gets a hold of one, it can definitely go flying, as here in Salisbury, the outfield is a little bit more in, I believe, than what usual is. just under 200 feet to just about anywhere in the ballpark. So everyone has a chance as always to hit one out, but maybe they could have a little bit more give. So you could call it a hitter's ballpark here in Salisbury, as Weber takes now strike number 2, and now he'll have to work with a 0-2 count. And Thomas once again gets in that 0-2 count, and now he's a strike away from getting Weber here at the plate and finishing up the top of the first for Thomas Drugstore. As he sets, here's the fire home, a swing and a miss, strike 3, but the ball is dropped. Whitfield quick to get it, and Bowers makes the snag above his head at first base to end the inning. As Meyersdale Sheetz strands 1-on-1 hit, with Thomas Drugstore coming to bat here in Salisbury. Why? Yeah. If not, it's either like there. It's fine. You can zoom in. We're back here in Salisbury. Steinberg, Vaught, and Whitfield due up here for Thomas Drugstore, but Steinberg will swing a miss at the first pitch he sees from the righty pitcher Matthew Hainsworth, who will be working from the rubber here today for Sheetz. He comes set. The pitch once more misses outside to make the count 1-1. Steinberg doesn't hesitate to get back into that box, trying to keep the momentum going here as the leadoff batter, as Hainsworth pitch gets away from him for ball number 2. As Steinberg and family always tuning in to the YouTube channel. We want to personally thank them for all their support, as family from Michigan always coming in to watch Gavin play, and I'm sure they're tuned in here tonight to see him here in game number 1 of the doubleheader. Ball 4 those taken, as Hainsworth is unable to come back from the 2-1 count, and he'll lose Steinberg to put him on the first base bag and bring up the batter Vaught to the plate. As Steinberg Kind of like Yoder there in the previous inning. If one gets back behind the catcher short, Steinberg's going to be off to second base as that one is bunted up in the air and it'll drop foul. Tried to put that one down, but that one came up a little high, and Vaught still tried to make the attempt, but just wasn't able to put it down in fair territory. But he'll still get to come to bat here with one strike on him as Hayworth deals once more. That one, though, misses outside for a ball to make it a 1-1 count. As Vaught comes ready once more. Here's the kick and throw from Hayworth on the mound. That one will catch inside and will get by the catcher short. Steinberg moves up. I believe that will be credited as a wild pitch to Hayworth. But either way, in the process, Steinberg now is in scoring position here for Thomas Drugstore. As Hayworth will try to work the count back in his favor with a 2-1. That one scooted up to the shortstop. Yoder, he bobbles it to bang play, but at first base, Vaught beats it out, and he's called safe there by the base umpire. So maybe that little bit of a bobble there by the shortstop Yoder cost him the play. Yoder knows that, but nothing too hurt there for Sheetz, as no runs were given up. But still got the whole bottom of the inning to make up for it, as I know from that position, being a shortstop, always hate to be in that position, but you just got to keep your head up and look toward the next play and try to make up for it. As Whitfield, though, the batter takes the initial ball on him here. As he comes ready in the box, the powerhouse hitter takes ball number 2, as he has the count in his favor with a 2-0 count. He most likely has the green light on him here. And he'll take a called strike, not the pitch you wanted to see there. He'll take that one for a strike. The throwback, though, from short. Got by the pitcher there, Hayworth, but a good backup play there by Yoder, and they were quick to get on the ball there. Don't want the runner Steinberg coming home. Is that one taken for a called strike, too? As it catches the inside corner, and now no 2 count is where it sits on Whitfield. He has to protect here. He's got 2 runners in scoring position to deal by Hayworth. Ball 3, though, is that one almost the same spot as it was before, but a little bit farther in and up, so 3-2 is where it will go. A big pitch here with a full count. Hayworth deals. That one head up into right field. That one will get up the middle. Rounding is Vaught, and he'll come in scoring standing up. And just like that, 2 runs are on the scoreboard for Thomas Drugstore, thanks to the RBI single to Whitfield. And they get a much-needed 2 runs to get them on the board for the first time here today in the bottom of the first inning. A nice little piece of hitting there from Whitfield, who worked with that full count, but nothing that he's not used to, as he gets one in the right field. And now time will be called by head coach of Meyersdale Sheetz, Denny Hayworth, longtime coach here at Meyersdale. He goes out there to talk things over there with his son, Matthew Hayworth, trying to maybe just get him calmed down and take everything out and just say, hey, just take a deep breath and just work now with a new batter. And Thomas, who comes to the plate here, the righty batter, will stand tall, trying to support his own cause here in his first battle of the day, as he'll get his first looks here on Hayworth. That one up high for a ball, as it goes just there on top of the shoulders of Thomas. A bigger strike zone on Thomas. Hayworth will try to poke one in there. That one is ball number 2. Whitfield takes off for second base, and he'll be in there easily as he stands in scoring position here with 2 balls and no strikes on Thomas. Ian Thomas comes ready. He'll poke that one up to the pitcher, Hayworth, who makes the routine play and will get it over to Weber for out number 1. But in the process, Whitfield moves up to third base. So a sacrifice hit there by Thomas puts The runner, Whitfield, just 60 feet down the line. Here for the battle, Shook. That one skips in the dirt for a first pitch ball. Here on the batter, Shook, third baseman with the mullet, has a chance to get an RBI here early on in this one, but that one will go up high. Off to home is the third base runner, Whitfield, and he'll come in easily to score. Whitfield with a nice heads-up play. And just like that, the bases are clear for Thomas Drugstore as they increase their lead to 3-0. And it's been all Thomas Drugstore here early as Hainsworth trying to work out the inning. And meanwhile at the plate will be Shock. He's trying to keep the offense going here as called strike makes the count 2-1. It's the batter, Shook, trying to keep his bat hot this year. He's in this number 5 spot. On deck is the batter, Bowers, and then the hole for Thomas Drugstore will be Boer. 3 balls and 1 strike is where the count now will go. As if you're Hainsworth right now, just gotta try to do the best you can on the mound and just focus one pitch at a time as he gets the swing and miss strike. A nice fastball catches right across the plate to make it a full count. With a 3-2 count, Hainsworth will try to retire the batter's Shock. He sets the throw at those ball 4s. It doesn't get the zone, just inside on Shock. And he'll drop down the first base line, and he'll get on first and bring up the batter, Lee Bowers, to the plate. Bowers, first baseman, saw a little bit of action there in the first inning as caught that drop third strike from Whitfield, who was there to assist on the throw. And he'll try to help his own team's cause at the plate, but he'll take a big swing and a miss for strike number 1 here in the bottom of the first. 3-0 is where the score sits here in Salisbury. Hainsworth deals, but a called strike 2 makes it a 0-2 count here on Bowers, who now has to protect. Hainsworth, though, trying to get this much-needed out number 2. And he has 2 great strikes to get him, as that one will be floated over the head, up the middle, off the second is Shock, but he'll be thrown out there by Hainsworth. A tough position there if you're Shook. Didn't know whether to go on that one or if he should stay. It's a little bit of a blooper there. Didn't want to be a double play. Did the best he could, but unfortunately that's out number 2 for Thomas Drugstore. But Bowers will stand on first base. And Boer will come set with the first pitch strike. As Boer comes set once more, here's the pitch. A called strike 2 catches the up. Ran there at Boer right above the letters. And now with 2 strikes, Boer has to work with here. And he'll come ready. And that's strike number 3 as Boer goes down looking. But Thomas Drugstore is able to put up 3 on the board. As due up for Meyersdale, Sheetz, and the top of the second will be Porter, Short, and Kimball. part of the order coming to the plate here for Sheetz as they will try to respond here and there. Top of the second inning, they'll have Porter Short and Kimball due up to the plate as Cooper Porter, the left fielder, will walk across the plate and will get ready to take his first looks of the day on Aiden Thomas. Thomas so far in this one has thrown 13 pitches, and he'll gear up here for inning number 2 and his start. So he kicks, and now the snap home. He gets Porter swinging on the nice fastball that's too good to let go. As the count will go to 0-1 on Porter. He digs in there with the front heel in the dirt. One thing can be a little bit difficult for pitchers as Thomas throws that one, but Porter chases that one upstairs for strike number 2. It's that portable mound that they use, as obviously they have to use that since this is being a bigger field, playing at the high school field here in Salisbury, but sometimes that can be a little bit of a adjustment you have to make if you're the pitcher. Here's the 0-2. That's a called strike 3, a nice fastball that gets the corner. 3 pitches and 1 strikeout here in the second inning for Thomas. And a big first out as you're trying to keep the runners, as we keep talking about, limited as much as possible. And Thomas has done a good job so far as he has 1 out under his belt and will face the catcher Colton Short. Short, the catcher, here, been doing the duties for Meyersdale Sheetz for a good portion throughout this season. But something a little bit different here is, when you look at this is the first time that these two have faced off. Normally, you face one team at the beginning of the season and will play more toward the end or the middle. But both sides are going to have to try and make adjustments here and get settled in. As that one is ball number 2. So 2 balls and no strikes here on Short. He wears number double 11 on the back. Double 1. 1 plus 1 on the jersey equals 11. Got a little bit ahead of myself as the 2-0 pitch gets Short swinging a nice fastball there right at the kneecaps of Short for strike number 1. As final week of games here, we'll have, as the league plays few more tomorrow and throughout the weekend before closing it out and gearing up for the playoffs on Monday as Thomas sets and delivers. That's a nice pitch for strike number 2. Short now has to deal with a 2-2 count as swing and miss on the past 2 strikes, as the last 2 games for both sides, both for Sheetz and Meyersdale Thomas Drugstore, but last 2 games are 2 big ones for both sides. Here's a pitch. That one smacked off the glove. A nice play as it's picked up and over to first base. What a wacky play that was, as that one went off the glove. A shock. He was able to get the glove down. I didn't think he had a chance on that one, as that one was smoked by Short, and it took a bad ricochet. Thought was there to read it, and he snags it up and tosses it over to first base. And a nice bang bang out for the second out here in the top of the second inning. Maybe a little bit of luck there from Thomas Drugstore, but they'll take as much as they can get here today. Maybe the baseball gods were in their favor there, as 2 outs, as the batter Nick Kimball will come set as he takes a first pitch ball. Here to start out his at bat. As we mentioned, both Sheetz and Thomas Drugstore guaranteed their spot in the playoffs. Depending on how everything goes here throughout the week, not really even just these games. It's a lot more complicated as that, as everyone pretty much is still trying to figure out the seeding, as everyone really has a chance of getting any seed. And it will really determine what all happens between North Star Stoystown and Cromwell Township throughout the week, as that one's popped up, but a nice one-hand snag from Bowers down the first base line, and that will finish out the inning. So 3 outs for Thomas Drugstore. Sheetz doesn't get no hits, and on 3 outs, as Thomas Drugstore will come to bat here in the home half of the second inning. Stay with us here on Luke Bowers, Sports Broadcasters YouTube channel. Bottom of the second inning we go here in beautiful Salisbury, Pennsylvania. As the bottom of the order coming up here for Thomas Drugstore, the Pasquale, then Anderson, then Steinberg. As the first pitch to the Pasquale is ripped up in the right field. That one will be a leadoff base hit and a single for the Pasquale. And that's what you like to see if you're Coach Vaught, as set those bottom batters in the order setting the table for the top of the order. And we'll see if Stewart can do something similar, as he takes a swing and miss on pitch number 1 from Hainsworth. Here to start off the at-bat, as Hainsworth so far it's done 32. That one is strike number 2, as it swung on up high there on Stewart, but Stewart can't hold back, as it's strike number 2, and now a 0-2 count. Hainsworth will deal once more. He's trying to get Stewart here. Here's the 0-2 bang pitch. Foul back there on Stewart as he stays alive. He wears number 81 at the plate. The right fielder stands in the box here with the top of the order waiting to come to bat. So 1-2, that one called just down low. Wasn't a bad pitch there from Hainsworth, maybe trying to get the batter Stewart to chase, but Stewart elects not to, so 1-2 is where it'll go. Here on Stewart, the 1-2 snap. That one's a called strike 3 pitch, and that's out number 1 here in the bottom of the second inning, as a nasty fastball gets right by the batter Stewart for out number 1. Meanwhile, Steinberg settles in here for the second time today. Nice scoop there behind the dish by short to keep that one in front of him. But it's a ball, so the count will go to 1-0. But Heater gets in there for a strike. Number one to even things up at 1 apiece. As last time that Thomas Drugstore played a game, as that one is fly. That one's going to get down in fair territory as it lands in right field. Picked up there is Richie, and he's quick to get it in back to his cutoff man and signs. And a good play there by Richie as he holds the runner of the pass squirrel to only one base. So runners at first and second here for Carter Vaught, but still a nice fly ball single by Steinberg. Will keep the offense rolling, and you really want to see that throughout both games here today. First pitch up for ball number one there on Vaught. He stands with a 1-0 pitch. That one a called strike. Makes it a 1-1 count. As we were saying, Thomas Drugstore played last Thursday at North Star, where they defeated North Star Stoystown for their 14th win. Ball two, though, as it skips in the dirt. Another good stop there by the catcher, short, making those little pays. And he keeps that one in front of him to make it to hold, I should say, the runner to Pasquale and Steinberg to moving up any more bases. This Pasquale's in scoring position, but meanwhile, for the pitcher Hainsworth, he has a 3-1 count on Vaught, and that one will miss inside for ball four to load him up and put ducks on the pond for no one else than Spencer Whitfield, and he always seems to be coming up to the plate at the right time. And we'll see if he can make the most of his outing here at the plate. The catcher short signal for the infield to come in, but the shortstop Yoder says, no, not on this guy, we're not. So they'll remain in their positions as the first pitch there to Whitfield catches the outside corner for a called strike. Hainsworth does a good job of nibbling on that corner. The umpire gives him the called strike, so he'll battle here with a 0-1 count. Meanwhile, though, the infield does come in as that one is chopped over the shortstop Yoder. He'll pick it up to throw to second. They'll get the out there in the runner Vaught as a nice backhand grab there from Yoder's. Good cover by Signs as they get Vaught, but Whitfield will pick up an RBI as one runner does score as the fourth run of the game comes across the plate. And the fifth runner is just down the line for the batter Thomas, who has runners on the corners. Thomas today 0 for 1 at the plate. Had that ground ball that was hit right back up the middle to Hainsworth. Did get an RBI out of it, though, here today. He'll come ready here to face the first pitch here in the bottom of the second inning, but he'll chop that one back foul. Here in Salisbury. Bottom of the second's where we're sitting at. A 4-0 game in favor of the home team, Thomas Drugstore. As Sheetz pitcher Hainsworth snaps that one in there for a ball. Whitfield will move up to second on the play, on the wild pitcher, I should rather say, to make it a 1-1 count here on the batter Thomas. Thomas, if you know he sees something he likes, he'll rip it, and he'll plop that one into left field. That's going to get down, waving the runner Whitfield home. There's going to be a plate to plate, but he's going to be safe as Whitfield comes in to score on the throw from Yoder. The runner Thomas will move up to second, and Thomas clears the bases and will add on 2 more RBIs to his day and helps out his own cause. A 6-0 is where the score goes. And Thomas Drugstore just continues to produce at the plate, and they're once again keeping that rolling, something that's worked for them all year. And sometimes you just preach as a coach, you just got to put the ball in play. That's all you have to do, and Thomas Drugstore are masters at doing that. As the first pitch now to Shook gets by as Thomas will move over to third base. But a called strike, though, now will catch the box on the batter Shook. The third baseman stands in with a 1-1 count. Hainsworth gets ready to deliver pitch number 52 unable to locate that one in the zone as ball 2 will be taken. Two-one count here on the batter. Shook, but he'll take a swing and a miss for strike number 2, and now he has to work with a 2-2 count. You have to think maybe Thomas possibly might try to steal home if the ball gets by, but Short says, "Not today, Thomas. I'm got the plate back here covered." As once again he makes another good scoop. A hard position is to be a catcher, but Short playing very well today behind the dish. And the 3-2 pitch, that one up and in for ball number 4. Up. Good at bat there from Shook, who works the pitch count even more of Hainsworth. And Hainsworth already in this inning has thrown 24 pitches. He'll look to get out of it here with 2 outs, but he'll have to face the batter Bowers, who's looking to get up an RBI with runners at the corners, but Bowers takes a swing and a miss there for strike number 1. Lee Bowers stands tall in the box as the righty batter gets ready to do that one, but he'll chop that one right back up here to where we're at. Gave our video worker, my mom Christy Bowers, a little bit of a jump, but she kind of took a step back there on that one. But now the 0-2 count makes it 1-2 as Hainsworth tries to get Bowers maybe to take a cut and miss of that one, but Bowers jumped out of the way. As that one, though, is snagged up to second base, and that's out number 3. Has a nice grab there by Signs, who ends the inning, but once again, Thomas Drugstore adds on 3 more runs to boost their lead to 6-0. Back here in Salisbury, we'd like to ask all of you viewers, we appreciate all of you tuning in here today. We ask that if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. That really helps us here on the channel and means so much to us. So if you wouldn't mind taking the few seconds to do so, it means a lot, as everything is completely free to subscribe and like. So why not do it to help us here? And if you already are, we appreciate all of you so much, as we start off here in the 3rd inning. That one's hit right up to the first base. to Bowers, who catches it in his glove, and that's out number 1. So the first out here, as Carson Collins, like what he saw there on that first pitch, got a hold of it, but Bowers was all over as the easy ground ball. He picks it up and tags first, so 1 out will bring up Signs to the plate. The second baseman, where's number 25? He's the last man to bat in Meyersdale Sheetz order. Swing and a miss strike there from the first pitch from Thomas. Thomas had only 26 pitches here so far in 2 1/3 innings on the rubber. He's going to try to keep his outing going here. He's done an excellent job today with that fastball that he likes to use. Wasn't a bad pitch there, but it's not able to catch that outside the plate. Almost a little bit too far out there, and a good job by Signs to hold up on that one and make it a 1-1 even count here on the righty batter Signs. We've seen a little bit of action, had that ending out there in the last inning from Bowers. Also was part of the the force out that was turned there from Yoder to Signs, where they got Vaught out there at second in that previous inning, but Thomas is able to get one by again. Signs just ahead of it. Just behind it, as he comes to work here with the 1-2 count. Thomas delivers the 1-2, trying to get him here and pick out another punch out on the day. But that one will get in there, a backwards K for Thomas, as he gets the batter Signs, and that's out number 2. So quick work from Thomas, and he's making his job as quick as possible here from the rubber. He's only thrown 5 pitches so far in this inning. An impressive outing from him so far is through 2 2/3 innings, only allowed 1 hit, and has already picked up 4 strikeouts on the day. He'll get to face the opposing pitcher for Sheetz and Hainsworth. First pitch ball, though, unable to get it in the zone, as Hainsworth has already got to see Thomas once today. He knows what's coming at him. It's now just a matter of making the adjustment and putting the barrel on the ball. We'll see if he can do so here. But he'll hold up there on the first strike he sees here on that bat number 2 of the day for him. It's a cold strike right there on the corner. Makes it a 1-1 count. Thomas takes a deep breath, likes to work from that stretch on the mound, and obviously he uses that to good major, but the off-speed pitch tries to get that one in there. Has a little smile on the face after that one, but just not able to get it in there for a strike. So the count will go to 2-1. Here on the batter Hainsworth. Meanwhile, though, Hainsworth will take a swing and miss for strike number 2. And now the count will go to 2-2 here in Hainsworth. So once again, the pitcher Thomas finds himself a pitch away from ending the inning. And it'll be quick work from him if he can indeed do so. We'll see what happens. But that one's a cold strike 3, another strikeout. So 2 Ks from Thomas. He keeps working as he has 5 punch-outs on the day. And a quick inning for Thomas Drugstore. We'll see what they can do here at the bottom of the 3rd inning at the plate. Pitching change for the visiting Meyersdale Sheetz as a pitcher swap as Hainsworth will move from the rubber to behind the plate, and Short will now move from catcher to the mound. So still get to be battery mates for one another, but just swapping positions here in the bottom of the third inning. As Short will continue to throw his warm-up pitches. We'll take a look here at the Laurel Highlands Little League standings currently. As a tight race is Thomas Drugstore 14-0 on the year. Sheetz is in second place at 11-2. They have an 8.846 winning percentage. Commonwealth Township, they're right on their tail as they're 10-2. 0.883 winning percentage. Then on down to North Star Stoystown, they're 9-3, 0.750 their winning percentage. Then Berlin, the fifth place team, they won't be making the playoffs this year, unfortunately, as they close out their season at 7-8. And Shanksville also wrapped up their season yesterday in North Star as they dropped to North Star Stoystown in a close one, 6-5, as they finish out the year at 5-11. Then Rockwood has a doubleheader this Saturday as they'll face Commonwealth Township and Meyersdale Delancey, as they currently sit at 4-9 of the year. Then North Star Equipment is 2-13 in 8th place. Meyersdale Delancey is 0-16 in 9th place. A few more warm-up pitches from Short before Hainsworth sends it down as we turn it back over here to Salisbury. A good attendance here today for the game here in Salisbury. A lot of fans coming out to support their members on both sides, and we're sure to have maybe an even better crowd tonight for the night game, as fans always like to line up themselves down the lines of the field, and we have a bunch of fans out and right center field also tuning into the game here today. First pitch from Short to Hainsworth as Brewer steps in, but that one is taken for a ball. So 1 ball and no strikes here on the batter, Hunter Brewer. Brewer's 0 for 1 today at the plate. He had a strikeout in his last outing as he pokes that one foul, and the count will even at a ball and a strike apiece as Hunter Brewer playing second base today. As Short comes ready to pitch from the rubber here with a 1-1 count. Sees the signal he likes there from Hainsworth, but loses control as that one as the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike as Thomas Drugstore hoping to get that number 1 seed, something that is so crucial in the playoffs as you'll have home field advantage all the way through. And while Meyersdale Sheetz are trying to knock those hopes off the line, and in order to do so they'll have to win both here today. They want a shot at it. But meanwhile, just trying to focus on one of our keys to the game. Just take one pitch at a time, and that's what Meyersdale Sheetz is trying to do as Short delivers the 3-1. Excuse me, that was the 2-2, but now it will go to a full count and 3-2. Miscounted one of the pitches there on my score sheet accidentally. I apologize. As Brewer will come ready with a 3-2, but that one's in there for a called strike 3. And out number 1 in the inning as Short gets a backwards K. And a big strikeout from Short is looking solid from the mound so far in this one. And with 1 out, he'll ready himself from the mound now to face the batter, the Pasquale. Stewart waits on deck. Then to the top of the order for Thomas Drugstore, they'll go. Here in the bottom of the third inning, score sits at 6-0. The Pasquale is swinging a miss there on the pitch from Short. Short regains his composure, and now he'll deal once more. Here's the 0-1. That one head over to the shortstop, Yoder. He's there to field it over to first base, and they get it there in time for out number 2 here in the bottom of the third inning. So 2 quick outs as Pascal is able to get the bat on the ball, but Yoder's there to field it for the second out. And now Anderson will sub into the game for Stewart, as he'll make his first appearance at the plate today. It's a throw from short. Good eye there from the batter Anderson, who lets that one get by for a first pitch ball. Short the catcher has had a few outings this year on the mound for Meyersdale Sheetz. And he gets coming relief once again here today, as the batter's Anderson takes a swing and a miss on that one to make it a 1-1 count. Anderson, throughout the season, working with him and Stewart, as they normally sub in and out of the game between the two, but that one is knocked foul now by Anderson. Right down the first baseline off the protective netting there in front of the bleacher seating there behind the dugouts, as both dugouts still on that first base side. As Thomas Drugstore is in the closest one to the plate, Meyersdale Sheetz is in the farthest one. It's a pitch there, a called strike 3, and a big inning for Meyersdale Sheetz as Short gets 2 outs. And 2 strikeouts, I should say, out of the 3. And the Meyersdale Sheetz fans are happy about it, as we'll see if maybe that can poke some life in the Meyersdale Sheetz offense as they come ready to bat here in the top of the 4th inning. Stay with us. Back here in Salisbury, we're about set to start in the 4th inning, as the batter, Cole Yoder, the shortstop, will stand in the box. He has the only hit on the day here for Meyersdale Sheetz. The number 2 batter will come to bat first, Richie on deck, then Weber in the hole. As the first pitch there is taken, I believe, for a ball. Not quite sure what the call was on that one. I'm pretty sure that was a called ball. So 1-0 count here on the batter, Yoder. As he stands in the box, a very good hitter for this Meyersdale Sheetz team. And once again, he'll smack that one into right field. That one will get off the fence as it gets by Anderson. And all the way to second will Yoder go. And maybe that is what Sheetz needed to get him alive here in the top of the 4th inning. A big leadoff hit from Yoder. And we'll see if Richie can keep the bats going here for Sheetz here in the top of the 4th inning. So Yoder stands on second base. He's already in scoring position here for Sheetz. And Richie will try to knock him home as today at the plate. As a pitch from Thomas, a swing and a miss, and that's the outside pitch gets Richie swinging. And look down there, this third base and head base coach. And Denny Hainsworth, who gives him a few signals there before Richie returns into that batter's box. And we'll see the next pitch from Thomas. But that one will be fouled back onto the neighbor's yard behind us. Lance, right there, bounces up onto the porch there of the neighbors. So maybe an Easter egg they'll get to find maybe sometime later here this evening. But right now, Richie's trying to find an Easter egg here at the plate, but he's got to work now with a 0-2 count. But Meyersdale Sheetz has been in this position before, but now they're trying to work out of the jam. But Richie can as he gets down on swinging. A nice cut there from the righty batter, but just can't put the bat on the ball. So he goes down, and another punch out from the pitcher Thomas to make it out number one. I apologize. Here in the top of the fourth inning, as Weber will come to bat. Hunter Weber wears number 13 in his jersey. He has the Louisville Slicker bat in hand, and he'll smack that one over the second base and Boer. Boer picks it up over to first base to Bowers, and that one will go in the books as a 4-3 putout as Weber gets out on the ground ball, but he'll move the runner up Yoder one base to third. So a sacrifice there to put Yoder up a base and make the job a little bit easier on Porter to pick up an RBI, as Porter trying to knock Yoder home. Here as he comes settle inside the box. You have to think maybe Yoder might be having the green light if one ball gets by. As Sheetz just looking to put as many runs on the scoreboard here as they can as time's ticking down in this one. Top of the fourth inning, but they only got 7 more outs to give here in this one. So runs are crucial, and maybe Yoder will try to snag the home base if any way possible. But outside pitch called low, so 1-1 here on Porter, the left fielder, who wears double 3-3 on the back. A lot of doubles throughout the order here for Sheetz, and Porter number 33, Richie number 44, and short double 11, double 1-1. I don't know why I keep saying double 11. That's the second time today. But a lot of doubles really doesn't mean anything, but just an interesting fact there to give out as Thomas comes set here to deliver the 1-2, trying to get the K to end the inning, and sure enough, Thomas does, as he's able to prevent the runner for Sheetz, as Meyersdale Sheetz strands one runner on one hit. As we'll head to the bottom of the fourth, top of the order coming up from Thomas Drugstore as they try to extend their lead here in Salisbury. Steinberg comes set in the box here in the bottom of the 4th inning, trying to keep the offensive power going, as he's 1 for 1 today at the plate. Has a walk in the process. He fouls that one off the roof there to the right of us. Has 1 strike on Steinberg. He settles in the box. Just a reminder that in case Thomas Drugstore would score 4 more runs in this inning, the 10-run rule would come into play. So maybe trying to do that here and just get this game over with and limit the pitching. Meanwhile, for Meyersdale, Sheetz trying to do the opposite, as nothing in 2 count sits on Steinberg, as he got a cold strike on him, but was able to rip that one foul down the line to keep his at-bat alive here. It's a nothing in 2 count. He stands ready, and that one will be flopped over to the second baseman. And Sign was playing in a little bit, almost right up the second base line, and he's not able to get a hold of that one, as it, I believe, got off of his glove and floated right behind him. And so in the process, Steinberg will pick up first base on the error to bring Vaught to the plate, and Vaught will scale that one up in the air. Yoder's calling for it, and he's under it for out number 1 here in the inning. So a nice hit there by Vaught, but an even better catch by Yoder, who's able to snag it for out number 1. So 1 out for Whitfield. And you can hear his dad Doug giving him some advice there down the first base line. You know Whitfield would love to get a hold of 1 here today, but sometimes it's not just about a home run, as there's also many other ways to score and help your team out. And I think Whitfield's just trying to do the best he can. But here at the plate, he'll take a first pitch swing and a miss. That one upstairs for a ball here on Spencer Whitfield. Whitfield today at the plate is 1 for 2, trying to make that 2 for 3. So he has a 1-1 count on him to kick and throw. That one is unable to catch the zone for a ball. So 2-1 is where it will sit, as Whitfield takes the bat and will roll it across the plate before coming set once more. The Shorts pitch, as that one is plopped up in the air. That one might be trouble for the vehicles there behind us, but got a hold of the cement first and bounced right over the nice blue truck there to the left of us. There for a foul ball. A little bit of commotion going on over there down the line as they're trying to get that ball back in. As trying to maybe didn't have any balls, the umpire there behind the plate. So I was looking for that baseball, but everyone was trying to figure out what to do with it. But they get it over the fence. A nice toss there from the young fan down the first base line. And more importantly, the 2-2 pitch up and inside on Whitfield, who has to kind of claw over that one, lean over the plate to make sure that didn't get him. And it might have maybe threw Hainsworth off as the ball got by. And Steinberg moves up a base, but now with a 3-2 count, Whitfield smacks that one sharply back against the backstop to stay alive here with a 3-2 count here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Score sits at 6-0 in favor of Thomas Drugstore, but that one once again will be smacked down the line foul. A long run there for the left fielder Porter, who has to go all the way over there to foul territory to get that one, but he'll get it in and get it over to the shortstop Yoder, but ball was already thrown back to short, so they'll put that one back in the umpire's pocket. I was trying to figure out if that was a called strike 3 or ball 4. It looked like it got inside, and indeed it did. So Whitfield, after a long at bat, will pick up the walk. And now that will plant runners at first and second here for Thomas Drugstore for the righty batter Thomas, who's 1 for 2 also today at the plate. And in the meantime, the mound meeting will occur off to the right of us between, I believe that's the father and son of Shorts. as they talk things over and just say, hey, maybe keep doing what you're doing. As Short has had an impressive outing so far, but an even better outing today, both on the mound and at the plate, has been Thomas, who's had a successful day. And now Thomas Drugstore will plate one more. A good play by Ritchie to get it into Yoder, but Yoder couldn't do much with it as Whitfield was already almost to third. And the runner Steinberg already across home plate. So a big hit there to Thomas, who pulls it into right field and extends the lead once more to 7-0 in favor of Thomas Drugstore here in the bottom of the fourth inning. So Shook will stand in. A little bit of confusion there as Thomas got a big jump but kind of stood put there. Maybe he was trying to lure the throw from Hainsworth to try to get Whitfield to throw. Hainsworth, though, a small ball player there behind the plate, says no. So 1-0 count. And that taken for ball two. So 2 balls and no strikes here on Colt Shook. The third baseman stands ready here with 2 runners in scoring position as the 2-0 pitch. Inside there for ball number 3. So now with the 3-0 count, Shook has no strikes on him. Short will step off the mound and will fall back onto the high school mound there. Rubs the ball around in his fingertips a little bit there. Take a deep breath. Trying to keep his composure here. With 1 out in the bottom of the fourth inning. He's thrown 15 pitches so far in this one. 27 on the day in relief of Hainsworth. He'll kick and throw that one. And there for a called strike to make it a 3-1 count. So Short's able to locate that one and get the strike call. Maybe a big strike call. There is with the 3-1 count. He'll come ready to deliver from the rubber once more. The kick, now the throw. That one is called outside for a ball. So Shook will get on first base. And now there are 3 ducks on the pond for Lee Bowers. Hitless on the day, but no better time to come through here today at the plate. And now the team needs here, maybe the much they need them all game, as the first pitch is fouled back there for a first pitch strike. As 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. As you could even say the game running Shucks at first. If he scores, the game will be over, as the 10-run rule will come into place. Meanwhile, Short trying to get out as the corners are in. That one is ripped foul, though, once again. As just behind it is the batter Bowers, who is able to get the bat on it, but just isn't able to snap it through enough in time to put it in play. But he'll try to make that adjustment here with 2 strikes on him. Here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Here's the pitch. That one up high, and then Bowers ducked out of that one. Maybe thought that was coming up high. He gets out of there in a hurry as ball 1. Take and make it a 1-2 count. Where's number 42 in honor of Jackie Robinson on his jersey? We'll see what he can do here with the 1-2 as he'll fly that one back. As it smacks off the concrete beside us on the road that drives right up beside the school and the baseball field. Beautiful place and day for some baseball. Here on this 24th of June. As Short delivers that one inside, though, just missed for a ball. Makes it a 2-2 count. Short so far has thrown 22 pitches in a 1 1/3 inning. Trying to finish his second inning in relief here, but he's got to get 2 more outs to do so. As the pitch is snared up to right field. That's going to score 1, maybe 2, as Thomas comes around. And Thomas will score, and 2 RBI ripper to right field. Plates 2 more for Thomas Drugstore, and their lead is added on to 9-0. Here with 1 out, but appears that maybe some questions going on here, though, between them, and it appears that the umpire and the head coach Haynes were trying to argue that the runner has to slide there into home. So a little bit of some conversation going on here between the teams. But it appears that the umpire will keep the runners safe at home, and the score will still go to 9-0. But it appears so at second base, the runner Shuck was called out, and now Hainsworth will come out to talk things over with the plate umpire about sliding into home or not. Hainsworth's argument here is that the runner coming around third and Thomas should have been forced to slide there because it was a close play, but home plate umpire says no, that's fine there, so he'll stick with his initial call, and the run will score to make it a 9-0 game, and bring the batter Brewer to the plate. As Brewer rips that one into center field. That one's going to get past the center fielder Kimball. Coming around third is Bowers. He's going to be waved home. Now Yoder's going to throw home. And they're going to call him out at the plate. A bang play. But a nice throw from Yoder as he connects to Hainsworth. And they're fired up about that one. As just got the tag down from Hainsworth. And that will end the inning. As Bowers just got tagged down on that one, and that will end the inning, though. So we will head to the top of the fifth as Thomas Drugstore is still leading 9-0. Six, seven, eight due up here for Meyersdale Sheetz as Colton Short comes ready here on his first at bat as Aiden Thomas comes ready on the mound. Short, the pitcher, who's come in relief in the game here for Denny's team, will lay off the first pitch, take him for a ball. And with the ball and no strikes here on the Short, He'll give the time signal back to the home plate umpire before putting those orange Under Armour batting gloves back onto the bat. But now with 2 balls and no strikes, Thomas will have to work from the count, try to get it back in his favor. See, Reddy's here with a 2-0, but that one is ripped foul. A nice snag there by the first base coach for Meyersdale. The bare hand grab with the hand. And maybe sign him to a contract. If you're looking for some players, contact Meyersdale Sheetz. They got some coaches that can field the ball on both sides of the line. As pitch number 4 at the at-bat is taken for a ball, so now Short will have the count right where he wants it at 3 balls and 1 strike. As Thomas will try to battle back here in the count. As he comes ready. The 3-1 pitch about coming from Thomas as he takes a breath, and here's the fire from the stretch. That one there must have been maybe a cold strike to make the count full at 3-2. So with a 3-2 count here on the batter Colton Short, Thomas will come ready. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That's a strike 3 called on the upper half of the plate. And a nice location from Thomas, and once again he comes back to work back from that count and get the batter Short, and in the process that's his 8th strikeout today. And man, he been lights out from the rubber for Meyersdale Thomas Drugstore. And the batter for Meyersdale Sheetz will be Nick Kimball, who takes the first pitch called strike. Only 2 hits on the day here for Meyersdale Sheetz. Kimball trying to add on to the 3rd of the day as he comes ready in the box once again, but swing and a miss for strike number 2. Makes it a 0-2 count with 1 out. Here on the top of the 5th. 9-0 is the score. Thomas Drugstore has led this game the whole way. They've been able to prevent Meyersdale Sheetz backs to 0 runs, but once again, another punch out as Thomas catches the corner, the 2nd strikeout of this inning, and another one looking as another backwards K for him, and that's the 9th strikeout of the day. What a number that is. 9 Ks through 4 2/3 inning for Thomas, and now he's an out away from getting out of this one as he'll fire that one in there for another called strike. And that's something that Thomas has really been able to master throughout his leagues and throughout his years in Little League, is just becoming a really dominant pitcher on the mound, finding a way to consistently throw strikes, and that's really all you gotta do to be a good pitcher. As get the pitches right there in the zone, and hey, if they hit it, they hit it. You can rely on the strong defense behind you that Thomas Drugstore has to field the ball. But in the process, Thomas now has an 0-2 count on Collins. But Collins will foul that one right back against the backstop here. A little bit to the right. As he stays alive at 0-2. Here's the pitch to Carson Collins, the 3rd baseman. That one, though, just outside, says the home plate umpire. Thomas, perfect pitch there. Just one that had been a little bit more perfect to get the corner there, as it just missed off of the plate. So he'll have to throw one more as pitch number 58 of the day is on the way. That one is hit to Collins, but right there the Bowers at first, and he'll make the 3rd out of the inning to end the top of the 5th. Thomas Drugstore goes down on 3 outs, no runs, and no hits in the top of the 5th inning. Due up for Thomas Drugstore will be DePasquale, Anderson, and Steinberg. Bottom of the fifth inning, the Pasquale 1 for 2 on the day will settle into the box. The first pitch to short, up in the air, but that one's gonna land foul. As thought there might be a chance there of a catch, but too far out of reach there for both the catcher and third base. So strike number one will be put up on the scoreboard on the Pasquale as the left fielder, who wears number 61, will look to keep his day going here at the plate, but a called strike there gets inside the zone to make it a 0-2 count here with no outs. And the fresh bottom of the fifth inning as that one is knocked over to second base. Signs is there to field it, and he'll get it over to Weber for out number one in the inning. Nice play there by Signs to handle that one in front of him. And he's able to make the routine play to Weber and retire the batter to Pasquale for out number one and bring up the batter Anderson to the plate. As appears though that Levi Stewart will come to bat here for Thomas Drugstore, so another change there. As he comes to bat here with a 0-2 count on him, and he'll have to protect as Colton Short's a strike away from getting him here as the 0-2 pitch. That one just outside for a ball to make it a 1-2 count here on Stewart, who's 0 for 1 on the evening. Short kicks and throws. That one outside as it nips the dirt. Nice snag there by Hainsworth behind the plate. It's a 2-2 count and 1 out. As coming ready and delivering the pitch, but a swing and a miss. Strike 3, another K for Short. As down goes Stewart. 1 strikes. And that's Short's third strikeout today from the rubber. And to the top of the order, Thomas Drugstore will go with Steinberg coming up. And Steinberg will fire that one back foul for a strike. Make it a 0-1 count. Tomorrow in Laurel Highlands Little League action, Rockwood will play host to North Star Stoystown before Saturday a doubleheader in Kingwood as Rockwood will host Meyersdale Delancey in the 1 p.m. game, and they will play Carmel Township at 10 a.m. in their doubleheader to close out their regular season. As a foul ball snapback by Steinsberg puts him behind the count 0-2. So Saturday marks the final day this season for the Laurel Highlands for regular season before playoffs. Everyone will have their games in by then. So we're down to only 2 more days left of games after tonight, and everyone trying to make the best out of it. But Steinberg is unable to get a hold of that one. As Short makes the best out of his bottom of the 5th inning as he picks up 2 Ks and will try to get his team rallied up in the top of the 6th inning. They'll need 9 runs to keep this game going. We'll see what can happen as we take it to the top of the 6th here in Salisbury. back here in Salisbury, top of the 6th inning, as Signs, Hainsworth, and Yoder will come to bat here in the last hurrah for Meyersdale Sheetz in game run, as that one is hit down the line, but just foul, as Signs got a good piece of that pitch from Thomas, but just got foul as on the right side of that chalk line, as Thomas trying to go for the complete game. He's 59 pitches thus far in this one. And will come ready to deliver number 60 to the number 9 batter. And Meyersdale Sheetz ordering Signs, and he'll get Signs cutting at that one. Here for 2 strikes. And the top of the 6th inning. As Thomas looks to pick up another strikeout, something that he's been able to comply deep today, but he's unable to fire that one in the zone, and off fastball misses upstairs for a ball, so a ball and 2 strikes. 9 Ks on the day for Thomas, looking to make it double digits here and pick up his 10th K as he come ready to deliver the pitch. As that one though called a ball, as it wasn't too far off the plate, but just far enough to make it a ball, so it evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sun setting here at Salisbury, almost 7:45 as that one is ripped down the line, but just foul, as Signs is hugging that line down the first base side, just hasn't been able to get one to the left of the line, and we'll see maybe if he can do that here in the bottom of the 6th inning, assuming the top of the 6th inning. No 1-1, no outs, 9-0 ball game. Thomas delivers once again a 2-2 pitch. There's a Whitfield, he goes. That Signs go. Appears that he did, as Whitfield will fire that one down to first, and they'll pick up the strikeout on Signs on the drop third strike. Whitfield was quick there to get a hold of that ball and fire down to his first base partner and Bowers for out number 1. So 1 down here for Thomas Drugstore. 2 more outs will end the ball game for them, but they're going to have to face the top of the order here in Meyersdale Sheetz with Hainsworth and Yoder coming to at bat, as the first pitcher, the Hainsworth, held up for a ball to make it a 1-0 count. We appreciate all of you tuning in to tonight's broadcast, as we can't thank all of you enough for your support. Make sure you hang around for game number 2 tonight, as that one will be coming up right after this one. Cold strike right at the knees makes it a 1-1 count on the batter Matthew Hainsworth, as this is only game 1 of the doubleheader here tonight. Game 2 will be up right after this, as the 1-1 throw just outside for a ball to make it a 2-1 count here with 1 out. Thomas 67 is how many he's recorded on the day from the rubber. He's allowed to throw 85, as he'll fire that one in for pitch number 68, but it's chopped back foul by Hainsworth. And once again, Thomas finds the count in his hands at 2 balls and 2 strikes apiece, but this time on the catcher, Hainsworth, who's looking for his first hit of the day. 0 for 2 thus far on the game, and maybe his last at-bat in game number 1. Trying to make the most of it as the pitch. A called strike 3 on the outside corner. Another K from Thomas, and that is strikeout number 11 on the day from Thomas. What a number. 11 strikeouts today from Thomas, and that is some unreal numbers if you think about it. If you're Aiden Thomas, he continues to produce, and he's been a big help in his team's success here today, as he's got 11 of the 18 outs in this one, and something that's been huge in the success of Thomas Drugstore, as the first pitch to Yoder, swing and miss, as a little bit of laugh there, as kind of got a little ahead of himself there, couldn't hold up on that one, and a little bit outside, but it decides to take the swing and make it a strike and no balls here with 2 outs. The next pitch Ball misses, to even things up at a ball and a strike apiece here on Yoder. Yoder's perfect 2 for 2 on the day. He's had a powerful day at the plate and always seems to as such an athletic baseball player Yoder is, as that one is hit up to Vaught, but Vaught will go down on one knee, is unable to play that one as they'll bounce up to the center fielder Steinberg. Believe that got a piece of the mound. Vaught tried to get over there, but a base hit for Yoder keeps his day perfect at 3 for 3 as he's aboard on first base. Here in the top of the 6th inning, Ritchie comes to bat. 0-3 today at the plate. The right fielder will try to change that though, as Meyersdale Sheetz is down to their final strike. A ball taken. The throw down to second. Is it there? No, it's not, as Vaught had to come over to his left to scoop that. Threw down the tag, but wasn't able to get it down in time. A nice stolen base picked up there from Yoder, who's aboard in scoring position here with 2 down. Riley Ritchie wears number 44 and is trying to keep the hopes alive of Meyersdale Sheetz of coming back and winning this one. They're going to need a lot to do so, though, as still down 9-0 here in the top of the 6th inning. 2 balls and 0 strikes, so on the pitcher Ritchie, as Thomas kicks and delivers the pitch. That one plopped up into the air. Is that one going to get down? Yes, it will, as they'll land in front of the right fielder Stuart Steinberg over there to pick it up. But the first run of the day will come across the plate for Meyersdale Sheetz as Yoder scores all the way from second thanks to the RBI single from Ritchie in the right field. Now time is called by head coach Vaught, and he'll come out and a tea party will occur there on the mound as he'll talk things over there with his fielders. And a 9-1 ball game here in the top of the 6th inning. And a 1-9 game as Meyersdale Sheetz was able to get their first run on the day thanks to the nice smack single in the right field by Ritchie, who's able to get his first of the day and no better time to do so. And Hunter Weber will see if he can get his first hit here tonight and try to repeat what Ritchie did at the plate with still 2 outs remaining. Thomas trying to end the outing here. He's at 75 pitches. He's only got 10 more to give. So every pitch matters here as strike number 1 called on Weber. As Thomas will take a deep breath and will regain his stance as he delivers the next pitch. A swing and miss so by Weber makes it a 0-2 count. And now Thomas is 1 strike away from ending the game and making the record of Thomas Drugstore 15-0 on the season and completing another game for Thomas on the mound. Looking for strikeout number 12. Here's the throw home. That one, though, low and away. Ritchie's off to second base. He's going to get in there safely as he'll stand up here at second base with a 1-2 count. Thomas, same position now. Most pitches he's thrown in an inning with 21 coming up here on the batter Weber. But he's in the same spot as he was in the last pitch, just trying to get this final out. The kick, now the throw. That one, though, is inside. It appears it's got Weber, so Weber will jog down the line. And he'll be on first base for Meyersdale Sheetz. And Thomas Drugstore has to be careful here. They still have a 9-1 lead, but we don't want to give Meyersdale Sheetz much momentum going into the here in this one and even going in the next game. But Thomas Drugstore just trying to close it down and get this last out. As first pitch ball taken on the batter, Cooper Porter. Porter, the left fielder, today has runners at first and second. Here with 2 outs. Thomas's throw. That one, a called strike on the outside corner of the plate, makes the count 1-1. As Thomas just trying to get out and finish up this game. It's been a long one for him here in the top of the 6th inning, as Meyersdale Sheetz has kind of got a little fire going here in their offense. But Thomas is trying to cool it off here as he makes it strike number 2 on the batter, Porter. And Thomas once again looking for his dozenth strikeout of the game. With a 1-2 count, he has a chance of doing so. We'll see what happens here. The 1-2 pitch, top of the 6th inning, 9-1. The throw, the strikeout, and that will do it as Thomas Drugstore gets the victory over Meyersdale Sheetz by a score of 9-1. Thomas pitches a complete game and gets the job done for his team. Meyersdale will go to 15-0 on the season, while Meyersdale Sheetz drops their 3rd of this year. And there shake hands here at the plate as we'll break things down for you. Here as we take a look at the stat sheet in this one, as Thomas was able to pick up the win on the mound. Matthew Hainsworth took the loss as Thomas Drugstore takes their victory lap. We'll look at Thomas's Drugstore's numbers first, as Gavin Steinberg went 1 for 3 on the day, scored 3 times, had a walk and a strikeout. Carter Vaught went 0 for 2, 1 run scored on a walk. Then Spencer Whitfield went 1 for 2, 3 runs scored, 3 RBIs, and 1 walk. Then Aiden Thomas 2 for 3 today with 1 run scored on 3 RBIs. Shuck went 0 for 3 with 3 walks. And then Bowers went 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Brewer 1 for 3 with 0 RBIs and 2 strikeouts. DePasquale 1 for 3 with a run scored. Stewart 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. And Anderson 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Thomas pitched 6 innings strong, giving up only 4 hits, 1 run on 0 walks and 12 strikeouts. He led Thomas Drugstore today on the mound, an impressive outing for him, and as he's able to snag the victory here in Game 1 at Salisbury. Then for Meyersdale Sheetz, Hainsworth went 0 for 3 at the plate on 2 strikeouts. Yoder led the team today with 3 hits on 3 at-bats. He had a perfect day, scoring once. That was the only one for Meyersdale Sheetz. Ritchie went 1 for 3, complying a hit and an RBI. 2 Ks for him on the day. Weber 0 for 2. Porter 0 for 3 with 3 Ks. Short 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Kimball 0 for 2 with a K. Collins 0 for 2. And Signs 0 for 2 with 2 punch-outs. Hainsworth went 2 innings for Meyersdale Sheetz. He gave up 4 hits on 6 runs. 5 of those were earned. 4 walks on 2 Ks, while Short came in relief, pitched 3 innings strong, gave up only 3 hits on 3 runs, 2 of those being earned. 2 walks on 4 strikeouts. Well, that will do it here for Game 1 in Salisbury. Stick around as we'll be going live here in a few short minutes. First pitch for game number 2 will be 8:15 p.m., so only 25 minutes away from that one. So make sure you stick around for that one, as we're sure to have another great game between these two. It'll be Meyersdale Sheetz and Thomas Drugstore here in a few short minutes. So make sure you stick around. We'll see you then. But as for game 1, Thomas Drugstore gets their 15th win of the season.